Hi everyone. You know, sometimes you can wake up with a very excited feeling in your heart space and you have absolutely no clue what that excited feeling is about. And it's always really interesting to me how our beautiful energy field, which is, quite a very big field when it's operating well, picks up on intuitively things that may be coming towards you or starting to happen beneath the surface. When I picked up a card today, I kind of laughed as I drew it out of the pack because this beautiful card, I hope you can see it there, the gorgeous Eight of Wands. As you can see, these beautiful wands crossing the land and the water. And this beautiful card is an indicator. It's an indicator of good news coming your way regarding business. It's usually good communication coming your way or unexpected good news. It also reminds us that there are many things happening under the surface of our life that we cannot yet see. So this beautiful card reminds us that good vibrations, good energy, good results are on the way, even if we cannot see how those things may be working out for us. As humans, we can put a lot of energy into creating something or working hard to make something happen. And sometimes we can work too hard in pushing things to happen in a very particular way. And as we know, as we get a little bit older in the world and we start to work more with the energy stream that's coming to us and through us and working from us, we get to realize that it is best not to force things to happen. Certainly aim towards something, work towards something, invest your energy into something. But the minute we try to tell the energy how to turn up in the world is the minute things start to get tricky. And that is because the way that the universe sees things, if you think about the universe having this beautiful big view of our lives, then we have such a small perspective on life about how something should go, how we think it should go. And this perspective keeps it locked in. It actually adds limitation to our plans, rather than us opening up to the universe and going, I am open to the way my life needs to go. Think about that beautiful affirmation for the moment. I am open to the way of my divine and perfect plan. Now that is a really powerful affirmation. If you use it every day, you're going to be really shocked at how that might begin to rearrange your life, because you have said, I am now open to my divine and perfect plan, which means you are surrendering the plan and all your thoughts and wishes up to the universe. And as you surrender them up to the universe and let them go, then you can start to just sit back, invest your time, invest your energy into that beautiful outcome that you think you want. But don't be surprised that heaven will change that plan for you, and it will change the way you think it's going to show up in your life. When I started these YouTubes, actually a couple of years back, I have to say I don't find it an easy medium, an easy thing to do. And yet something keeps calling me towards doing them, even though I personally find it kind of uncomfortable and maybe even confronting. But it is a new way in the world. It's a way that I need to be open to, and it's a way that I'm learning about myself personally. What is important about this is I'm also learning that the way I think something should go forward, the way I think my work or craft or love should go forward, whilst I can have a strong intention about how I feel that needs to be, it's very important that I stay open to the universe's divine plan for my words, for the way my words want to be shared, for the way the words want to be heard. When I start to write a book, when I start to just write in my diary, I don't make a plan necessarily around what I'm going to write. I just find it's usually one sentence that's rolling through my head, like a little piece of information, and it rolls through my head, and I might just start writing from that one sentence. So we can never really know where the beginning of a book is going to take us. We can never really know what words are going to follow the words you just wrote. And so we have to then become the medium, the conduit between the information that's streaming through us and from us, and to lay those words on the page. And when we lay the words on the page, just like becoming the artist and putting the paint on the canvas, or whatever it is that you are gifted to work at, you might be a mechanic, you might be somebody teaching surfing, whatever you're gifted to work at, what you will know for sure is that when you're in stream, when you're in synchronicity, when you're in flow about things, everything just moves through really easily without any disturbance. You get ideas that you didn't think you would have. You find out things you didn't even know that you actually knew. Or you get people around you that show up with the information to help you along the way. So I love this card, the Eight of Wands, because it's letting me know that even though I can't see how this video might be working, or how this energy, where this energy might ultimately be going, it's reminding me that I don't need to know. I simply need to trust the impulse I have to do it in the first place. And it's reminding me that good results are happening beneath the surface of what I can see. So I can't perhaps physically touch the result. I can't even perhaps physically see the result yet, because the result is creating its own energy out in the universe, and soon I will get some information to let me know that things are moving perhaps more rapidly than I think. So this is a wonderful card. You always really want to celebrate this card when you get it in your reading. It can also sometimes stand for reaching further afield. Of course, the wands are crossing the water and the land, which always indicates travel and movement that is tied in with travel. But it is a beautiful card to receive, and it is just another reminder in the beautiful tarot deck that there is never nothing going on. There is always something happening that you may be aware of on some intuitive level of yourself, but you can't quite reach out and see it or touch it yet. And that's where we're really asked to trust our divine instincts, to keep going with whatever that feeling or that instinct is pushing you or pulling you towards, so that then you're just really doing that thing for the love of that thing. You're just doing it because you love it. And I do tarot because I love it. So I love sharing the information. I love sharing the way it impacts us, the way it subtly helps us and assists us and helps us to understand the nature of our own journey through our life. So if you have a tarot pack at home, as I said to you once before, I like to use this white sage water, which I really love. This is made by a company called Soul Sticks. This is another lovely thing I love to have with me when I'm working. I usually like to place a few drops into my hand, rub that together, take a deep breath, spread it through my energy field, spread it all around my field before I approach my tarot deck. And the tarot deck I have most loved in my life is this one that you can see in front of me. This is the Rider-Waite deck. Now, I love the Rider-Waite deck really because it is a very easy deck to identify the pictures. The pictures are very simple. They're very easy to record in your visual memory and in your kinetic energy. And so this helps you to learn, if you're wanting to learn tarot, these beautiful symbols are easier to understand, easier to record. I have used many Rider-Waite decks over the years. I can't even count how many decks I've gone through over a period of time, and they are very, very important and special to me. So I like to always approach them with my candle lit, my beautiful sage burning in the background here, my white sage water. I often cleanse my hands with that. I take a moment to address the deck with the respect it deserves. These, for me, are the tools of my trade, but they are also my friends and my companions. They're very well known to me. They're things that probably my children will be bidding for in the end, because they know that they were very key components to my learning and to my life journey. If you're just starting out tarot, it is important to pick a deck that you love. It is important to create sacred space and sacred energy for you to approach the information that sits within the tarot deck. This is sacred information, and this information is powerful because it talks about the transitions we are personally moving through, the transitions of life, the things that challenge us, the things that come along to help us to grow. And so they are a pictorial language. Here are some of the beautiful pictures of the deck. They are a pictorial language, and this language is talking to us about areas of learning and future areas or of information or experiences that are coming towards us. And so Rider-Waite is a beautiful place to begin. There are so many beautiful decks now, and I have several decks on my bookshelf behind me, all of which I love. But I find myself coming back to the Rider-Waite Tarot all the time because I love the vibration of it. It's where I first began to learn. When I first began to learn, I was coming out of a very difficult time in my life, a very difficult relationship. I was very frightened about the world. I was very fearful about how I was going to cope. I was very fearful even of going to my first beautiful class. And I needn't have been, because I met this beautiful lady who'd been an astrologer for 35 years, and I was lucky enough to get into the very last course that she ever taught, and I had a very strong kinship to her straight away. And so I was definitely guided to go to those sessions, and those sessions were definitely meant to come into my life because in turn, the things that I learned through studying tarot, through coming into some understanding of what I was personally, emotionally facing, I was then able to summon up the strength to make some very big changes, which took a lot of courage at that point in my life. And anything we do, anything we learn is never a waste in our lives, because we never really know how those things are going to play out for us in the future. Everything we learn in our life has a benefit to us somewhere in our life path. And that's a lovely thing to remember when you're studying anything. Even if you decide not to do it as a profession, even if you decide after 3 or 4 years of studying something, you know what, I don't think this is really for me, you will never ever lose by having knowledge. Knowledge is a wonderful thing. Tarot led me on to several beautiful books that still remain on the bookshelf. I have books here, books in the shed, books in boxes, books everywhere. And it really led me into a path of very deep self-learning. It led me on a completely different life trajectory than I ever would have imagined I would have ever taken. And I hope that the people that are tuning into this, that are watching these little videos, will be kind enough to share them along, to like them, to subscribe to them. They're all free, but it would be really helpful to me if you would share them along with your friends. So this is Wendy. It's been lovely sharing a little bit of time with you today, talking a little bit of tarot on Tuesday. Don't forget, there are always wonderful things happening beneath the surface that you cannot see. This is Wendy signing off for now, and I'll check in again with you really soon. Love and blessings your way. Bye for now.